What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is American things Europeans can't understand. We have done a few similar to this. Yeah. I have seen this thumbnail about before. I 100% haven't seen this thumbnail about before. I don't think I've seen this video though. Okay. There was no play history on it, which there normally is. I don't think I've seen this video. I do apologise if I have, and I'm saying I haven't. I don't think you
definitely haven't.
You're saying you definitely haven't. It just off the title and that. So if we have seen it, we do apologise. It may obviously repeat some stuff we've already heard before.
Or we may understand.
Or we may understand. That'll be interesting. We'll let you know because that's why we're here. Yeah. These are saying we can't understand it. We'll let you know whether we agree. And at the end of the day, these things aren't bad or anything like that. They're just different to us, so it seems weird, if that makes sense. Smash the like button if you enjoy it, guys. Smash that subscribe button. And let's check out a video which we are 99% sure we haven't checked out before. Let's go.
While the culture of the United States is exported all over the world in films and on TV, it also abides by some laws and practices that many consider unusual. Europeans in particular seem to have a hard time wrapping their heads around some of them. From child beauty pageants to gun laws, let's take a look at some American things that Europeans can't understand.
I don't think we've seen it.
Sick of commercials. If you're a European enjoying a cozy night in on the couch in America, some of the stuff on TV may shock and surprise you. And no, I'm not talking about Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm talking about commercials, which arrive so frequently it makes watching TV feel almost unbearable to anyone unaccustomed to it.
Seals links instantly.
See, for us, I think the only thing that would be a comparison would be ITV.
No, but I think it's different as well. Because I get what you're saying. Basically, we get like every 15 minutes, we'll get a block of a couple minutes adverts, 3-4 minutes adverts.
I think it's like every 7-8 minutes on ITV, because I watch a lot of ITV programs. Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure. I know the iPlayer, which we watch quite a lot, is like a 30-second ad every like 7 minutes, isn't it? But I think on TV it is about every 15 minutes. Whereas from what I've heard, again in sports, it's just constant ads in America. Like with football in the UK, the soccer, it's 45 minutes of uninterrupted, where the American one gets interrupted by ads and stuff like that. I wouldn't be able to put up with it, would you?
I don't mind if it's good.
Let us know how frequent they are in the comments. It'll be interesting to know, won't it, how actually frequent they are. Because like you say, ITV do quite a few, don't they, at times. But I don't think it's anywhere near the scale of the US. You know?
No, it's not.
Especially pharmaceutical commercials, which usually show grumpy men and women turned into smiling, happy people by the product being sold. These are usually followed by an almost comically long list of potential side effects spoken at double speed, like Ambien ad.
As well as abnormal behaviors such as being more outgoing or aggressive than normal, confusion, agitation, and hallucinations may occur. Don't take it with alcohol as it may increase these behaviors. Allergic reactions such as shortness of breath, swelling of your tongue or throat may occur and in rare cases may be fatal. Side effects may include next day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. In patients with depression, worsening of depression including risk of suicide may occur.
These types of direct-to-consumer commercials peddle prescription drugs, which is an advertising standard that was rejected by the European Commission back in 2002. The Commission stated that pharmaceutical companies were unable to provide impartial information on their medicines. If that's the case, why is it practiced in America? To put it simply, there's simply never been a federal law passed to outlaw the practice. This is in no small part thanks to the fact that direct-to-consumer drugs and their accompanying ads are a huge business. And in America, whether it's right or wrong, the rules tend to follow the money. Europeans might actually need a pill for the headache all those ads give them. They cause drowsiness, loss of limb, telepathic powers, and a violent hatred of cheese. No place like home. Let's say you're a European who's just moved over to America. You found a house in a nice residential neighborhood, and you're going through your bills. Rent, water, gas, electric, all seems in order. But wait a second. What's a homeowners association fee? To a native, that's a pretty obvious question. But for Europeans, it's an unwelcome surprise. These fees contributes to the local homeowners association, which is somewhat like a neighborhood watch, but managing funds to be reinvested into the community. It goes towards things like residential maintenance and common spaces, which keeps residents happy and property values up. With around 24% of all Americans living under a homeowners association, they pay $200 to $300 on average per month in fees to these entities. While some Europeans might struggle with this concept, it was a form of governance that was actually invented by France back in 1804. The condominium law was exported to the U.S., where it became incredibly popular. So,
okay. I guess it's kind of like, because we're all trying to buy it at the moment, aren't we? We're in the process of trying to buy it. It's only a 2-bed flat, which is expensive in Jersey. But it's kind of like the service charge to maintain the building. Everyone chips in pretty much. And like it operates the lift, it looks after the lift and maintenance, isn't it? So I guess you, instead of being the community neighbourhood, it's the community flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
for any European that wants to complain about homeowner regulations and fees, feel free to blame the French.
I will.
Vacant vacation days. The USA has one of the largest economies in the world. A tremendous economy, in the president's words. But Europeans looking to get into the American world of work are often shocked when it comes to vacation time. US workers are not entitled to mandatory paid vacation at all. Usually the issue of paid leave is left at the discretion of employers. And yes, that does include national holidays. According to research from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2017, only 77% of American workers had access to paid vacation.
Wow,
now,
that's
the reason
mad.
that might
You get a lot, obviously you're a teacher. You get so many, I'm so jealous. I mean, I get about 25 days paid vacation.
Yeah.
Which is, I would take any day of a week, especially compared to you guys.
leave Europeans slack, John, is because mandatory paid vacation time in Europe starts at 4 weeks. In fact, America is one of the only Western countries where law doesn't enforce companies to give its employees mandatory paid vacation time.
That's
Don't
mental.
believe me?
That is mental.
Take a look at this map breaking down mandatory paid vacation time by country. Only the great countries are known not to give paid time off.
Wow.
It's a working culture that undoubtedly favors employers over employees. Americans might want to think about learning Chinese instead, as employers in China must legally offer 5 days of holiday. Although that is after
Only
one
5?
continuous year of
That's
work.
not a lot.
Wow.
And some lose some, I guess.
It's better than none,
Florida
but only
man.
5.
If the American states could be looked at as a dysfunctional family, then Florida would be the weird uncle who once ran away with the circus and wrestled a tiger. The Sunshine State is the third most populous state in the USA and receives over 100 million visitors year on year. With so many people living between Miami Beach, Disneyland, and Pensacola, a little crazy is bound to be found
it
on
was
the
Disney
fringes
World.
of society. But what Europeans
Oh, did you
aren't
say Disneyland?
Yeah, everyone roasted me for that.
Yeah. Don't roast these. The link's in the description, but just wait till after the video and like our video instead, because Millie corrected it.
prepared for are the crazy antics of Floridians that make daily headlines. From
Only in Florida.
Florida man believed that he was half man, half dog in March 2019 to Florida man robs bank, strips naked, then runs down the street throwing stolen money everywhere.
Oh my days,
In
the
July
scenes.
2017. You can search the internet for almost any day of the year and find a headline announcing Florida man has committed an utterly baffling crime. There doesn't seem to be an equivalent for any European countries, although the UK comes close with some
Yeah,
of its
there's definitely
questionable
some.
journalism topics like Britain's fattest woman ate fridge and died.
That is such... What newspaper was that? Did it say?
Some topics like Britain's fattest
Oh, the
Star.
Daily Star. That is like something that the Star, the Sun would say.
woman ate fridge and died. Let me know the funniest local headlines you've ever seen at stories@bmas.com.
Let us know in the comments.
VAT trouble. In Europe, like most of the world, tax is built into the price of items in-store and online. So what you see on the tag is what you pay. But Europeans visiting an American store might be left doing a double take at their bill when they reach the register.
That's
There's
confusing
no
if you don't
national
know.
sales tax
Yeah.
or value-added tax in America. Instead, American taxes differ by jurisdiction, of which there are around 7,000. Differences in these local
That's a lot.
rates, state taxes, or combined state and local taxes means that final prices for the same item can differ from one street to the next. For first-time shoppers
See,
in the U.S.,
When it's streets, that's just confusing. You walk down a different
Yeah.
street, you're paying an extra potentially £5 for something if it's
Yeah.
expensive. It's like, how do I keep up?
this unpleasant surprise is a rite of passage that no one asked for. Tipping point. A meal at a restaurant can be a real treat, but Europeans visiting America sometimes stress about the tip. Although tipping anywhere up to 20% seems normal to most Americans, there's no such obligation in Europe. Indeed, it's mostly seen as a bonus reward for good service, and in some European countries, it's even considered rude and excessive to leave a tip. The
Oh, I
American
never knew
federal
that.
government,
Oh, yeah.
however, states that
I mean, we we won't talk about it too much because we banged on about tips quite a lot, haven't we? Our take is we tip in the UK, assuming it's been a great service. We normally tip 10%. We don't tip bar people because we've never experienced that before. But if we were in the US, we would tip bar people. Yeah. We would tip 10 to 15%, just out of respect. You know, we're going to respect it. Even if we hadn't enjoyed our service, we're in your country, we're going to, you know what I mean? We're going to respect it. So we would do all that. But we don't necessarily do it every single time in the UK because it's not really part of the culture.
No, yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody tip bar staff.
I don't think I have
we
in the UK.
Restaurants,
I bet some people do.
Like delivery drivers with your food, takeaway drivers.
Yeah, and that's about it, isn't it?
Hairdressers, people that do my nails and hair.
Oh, hairdressers, yeah. And that pretty much is it now.
That's pretty much it.
There may be some more, which we'll think about later, but yeah, that's the main ones, isn't it?
But then our wages. They're paid good wage.
They're paid a better wage, whereas your guys' just food's cheap and they're not paid as good a wage. So it kind of pays for a meal, if that makes sense. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
The tips can be used to satisfy the difference between the employee's hourly wage and the standard minimum wage.
Yeah.
This means food servers, valets, and in-house staff in certain states can be working for a federal wage of just $2.13 per hour.
That's depressing.
Which is about
€1.96.
So, if you're a European visitor to the States, get ready to factor in your tip to the overall price of your meal. It might well be contributing to a struggling waiter's rent. Child beauty pageants. If you've ever been unfortunate enough to have watched an episode of Toddlers and Tiaras on TLC, I think you might side with the Europeans on the next matter. Child beauty pageants are common across America and usually consist of dolled-up little girls being thrust onto a...
Yeah.
I think on a low level, it's cool.
Okay.
If you're interested in that, you know, you dress up, they go for fun.
Yeah.
It's when I've seen a few, and it's when the parents get really competitive over it and start arguing with people, and like when they're making their children do it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. At the end of the day,
if it's not fun, then why are you doing it? Yeah,
it's a different culture as well. Yeah. We're not grown up with it. So I guess it's just
we definitely don't have it here, do we?
Oh, I imagine there would be some.
I feel like there's like the cute baby competition and stuff.
Yeah, but
I
imagine it's very unique. I bet there is a couple of serious ones, but not many people do it, if that makes sense. It's just a niche thing in the UK. Whereas I get if you grow up in that culture, you may be more willing to do it, and I guess each case is different. Yeah. So it's up to you, really, at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stage to entertain a crowd of screaming moms. It's truly bizarre, but what's equally strange is how the craze got started. Child pageants originated from American Better Baby contests in the early 20th century.
Oh my days,
babies would be scored on characteristics like weight, quality of skin, and face shape, supposedly in the name of helping to educate
How
mothers.
Are you rating babies on their skin?
I know, it's mental. And again, weight, but I guess they kind of, with the pageants, it's exactly the same thing.
I don't know, why are you rating little girls on their...
I know,
it's
mental.
It's actually weird
practices for healthy babies. But of course, it wasn't just for education purposes. There were also cash rewards and trophies for top-ranking toddlers. This has slowly devolved into the bedazzled tradition of pushing a child on stage in full makeup and styled hair to do a dance routine for prize money. Although some European countries host similar but smaller events, others like France have gone as far as to ban all such pageants, claiming they're an unhealthy way to treat young girls. If you ask me, their general creepiness alone should be enough to slam the brakes on child beauty pageants. Honey boo boo?
They do look like dolls, don't they?
Size is everything.
It's not.
According to an old saying, everything's bigger in Texas. But if you're a European, you'll probably think that about all of America. Right down to its people. It's no secret that America has a little bit of a weight problem. 2/3 of American adults classify as overweight, and it's estimated that almost 40% of adults in the U.S. aged 20 and over are obese. Contrasted to Europe, where a survey carried out in 2014 labeled just 15% of adults obese. That's a king-size difference, with a side of fries. The American tendency to overeat might have something to do with portion sizes in the States. A study comparing portions in Paris and Philadelphia revealed food outlet portions were 25% larger in Philly.
Wow.
And a review of 17 different single-serve foods like yogurt and candy bars found that 14 of them were bigger in Philadelphia. While a one-state to one-country comparison doesn't necessarily represent the whole, Europeans on social media often comment on how much bigger everything seems stateside. Have you noticed this difference in portion sizes? Let me know in the comments below.
I knew it was big when I couldn't hold my McDonald's drink in one hand. I had to use two hands.
Sugar. living in America can really give you a taste for the sweet life.
I love a bit of sugar.
But your teeth won't thank you for it. Why? Well, some American foods and drinks have been found to contain huge amounts of sugar compared to their European equivalents. Some common bread brands contain up to 6 grams of sugar per serving.
Wow.
6 times the amount found in European counterparts.
That's a lot for bread, isn't it?
It doesn't end there. Taking a look at Pizza Hut's sugar content reveals most of their stateside pizzas have close to double the amount of sugar per slice as European versions.
That makes a
And
big
in
difference.
Starbucks, a UK venti white chocolate mocha will contain 62.4 grams of sugar. But in America, that shoots up to 72 grams. I've heard of sweetening the deal.
It's just like everything is just like, yeah, we need it sweeter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need more.
We need more.
Many Europeans making the trip across the Atlantic might leave suffering from the toothache. Gaps in the market. European standards of building a public restroom involve plenty of privacy, mainly in the form of cubicles with doors that are more door than gap. Seems obvious, but it's a standard that Americans just can't seem to adopt. With ridiculously large gaps at the top, bottom,
I kind
and
of like it,
sides,
though.
it makes for a
Because I like to know that I've got an escape if the door doesn't open.
Yeah, true. And as long as you can't see like the seat properly, it's not too bad. No one's going to be looking under that much. It's the next one which is going to bring up in a second, which is weird. I know it's going to bring
truly
up.
uncomfortable first visit to an American toilet for unwitting visitors. On their first time, Europeans are
the
left
big
feeling
gap on the side.
especially susceptible to unwelcome visitors and
Yeah, see,
peeping
that's
Toms.
weird.
Some people even resort to taping up the gap to prevent prying eyes looking in. But as strange as the design seems, there are some theories as to why Americans build their stalls this way. For a start, high floor gaps allow for easier cleaning, and they do make it simpler to pass toilet paper from one cubicle to another. On top of that, the vertical gaps act as a deterrent for anyone thinking of doing anything naughty behind closed doors.
That is true.
But there's always the chance
There's
you
a
might
fun in
accidentally
that.
get a real eyeful. Maybe just close your eyes before entering any American restrooms. Triggered. It strikes many Europeans as a bit odd that in America you can pick up your groceries from one aisle of a store and a gun from another.
That is
Indeed,
mental.
you can buy guns over the counter in places like Walmart, and ammo can be found in pharmacies. But
That's
seeing as
ridiculous.
guns are still legal in many
I
parts
know,
of Europe,
it is ridiculous, and we won't get into a gun debate. Please don't get into it in the comments. We're not that channel which is going to hit hard topics and we're going to argue with people. But to us...
We have our opinions. Like our ideas.
Oh, because at least you just said we're not bringing any opinions into it. You just went, we have our opinions.
No, but like what I mean is like, obviously like, we don't have them in the UK.
Yeah, that's what I mean, I was gonna
So like
say.
we have our side, you have it. Okay. Like, that's it.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, pretty much basically what I was going to say is because we don't have any at all, it is so...
Seems mad.
It is mad and fascinating at the same time that you guys can just go and buy it, you know what I mean?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know you meant, but you made it sound like, yeah, we're not going to throw opinions, but we have opinions.
No, but like, what I mean is, like, obviously we have opinions that it is crazy because we don't have it.
Yeah, it is mental that you can do that now. We're not going to get into the
Actually,
right
it's
or
with it.
wrong,
You can
which
just
is
go
what I
get
meant.
strawberries and then you should go get a gun.
Yeah, and then people can be walking around it on the street. It is such a weird thing for us because we just don't have that over here. Again, no getting into the right side. We've probably given it too much highlight now. Gonna carry on, but it is just a mental concept, isn't it?
Yeah. Talk about toilets
what is
instead.
it that
Yeah, talk about
Europeans
the toilets
find
in the
weird
comments.
about the gun-loving, rifle-wielding, Second Amendment-touting American citizen? It might have something to do with America's gun-related death rate, seeing as per capita, there were 12 gun-related deaths for every 100,000 people in America in 2017. Very few European countries exceed 3 gun-related deaths per 100,000 people, and none even come close to America's 12 per 100,000. The causes of the problem are fiercely debated, but it might have something to do with how easy it is to buy a gun. Background checks are usually carried out, but a research survey from Harvard in 2015 estimated that a third of American gun owners have purchased a firearm without a background check. In Europe, many countries like Austria and Germany require would-be gun owners to go through a rigorous 7-step procedure before owning a gun. High-caliber handguns are outright banned in the UK, and many categories of semi-automatic weapons are illegal to own across Europe. It's simply much harder to legally purchase a gun in Europe than it is in the US, which I'm sure is a trigger point for some. Have you noticed any?
Yeah. Again, we won't comment on that. Smash that like if you enjoyed it, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Did you enjoy that?
A few interesting ones in there.
Yeah, we 100% have not done that video, by the way. 100%. I've never seen that. If you can find us reacting to that video, I'll be very shocked.
Yeah, we can't.
So smash that like button for the new video. Smash that subscribe button. A few new things in there. A few repeated things. Brought by different commentators, so different views on it and stuff like that. And hopefully it's all happy in the comments. Hopefully no arguing.
Talk about the doors.
Talk about the doors. And what should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.